We are now being joined by the leader of the PDP, a national leader of the PDP, that is a member of the Board of Trustees of the People's Democratic Party, Chief Bode George. He joins us right here in our studio. Thank you so much, Chief George, for joining us. And let me begin by asking you, you look tired. I know, right? You've been here from the early hours of the day. But so far, what are your thoughts about the process?
So far, so good. This is the real politicking. I am aware that, yes, when Tambuwal stepped down, people would have started to wonder what is going on. Is it a North versus South? The political party must avoid that, because we are going back to the electorate, and we are going to convince the electorate, and there are more than us who are card-carrying members of this party. So it is still too early to say it is A or B. The most important thing is that at the end of the day, that our people would have come to a conclusion that we are electing a Nigerian, a true Nigerian, who will have the capacity, who will have the courage to take us from the doldrums of filth and refloat this ship of state. Pundits now would have gone. I don't see crystal balls, and I'm not a soothsayer, but I can tell you that it is very interesting.
Let me ask you, Chief George.
Right.
You've been in this race for a long time.
Yeah.
Did you see Tambuwal's move coming?
Yeah.
You saw it coming?
I saw it.
How long have you seen
this? Because when you look at the demographic composition of our nation, General Buhari is from Katsina. He had just finished 8 years. Governor Tambuwal is from Sokoto State. All right? And the sensitivity of it must ring a bell to his mind. How would I perform? The man who is leaving is not from Northeast. He's from just 2 states next door. Why don't I just allow others to have, you know, a feel of the game? Because if you remember, recently, suddenly people kept on saying, no, Northeast has never been president, Southeast has never been president, and now so in perpetuity, you want to keep having people from the Northwest? I think he is a very brilliant young man, and you listen to his speech, and I believe that he was tactical in his move, and I don't have any doubt about that. That will probably send some signals to some other states too, to say, hey, what are we doing? Is it a North versus South issue, which we don't want to?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how matters eventually pan out here tonight. Senator Bode George, I'm just wondering if you have any further fears. I mean, so far so good. We've seen the accreditation process going quite smoothly, and we've been told that delegates will not be allowed to take their phones into the ballot arena. But before now, we saw that Mohammed Hayatuddin, who is a relatively new name to the game, stepped down, talking about the obscene monetization of the process. How did that come to you?
Now, you know, when I got a message from him that he was going to contest, I had known him way back in my military days, when he was the managing director of the bank. So, but he now came, you know, looking much older and more robust. And I said, you want to now join this animal kingdom race? He said, yes, he's prepared. I said, well, it is not like your banking experience, because you cannot predict when you go into politics. 24 hours in politics is a long time. But I wished him the best of luck. But the beauty of it is, with his team, he must have sat down to do an appraisal, because you just don't go, well, from my training as a general, you just don't head into any battle without planning. He must have looked at it. How much impact would he have on the minds of the delegates? And the good thing that has happened to all the political parties is that General Buhari didn't sign that amendment. You could see just about 700 and something delegates rather than 5,000 delegates.
Is that painful for you, as for someone of your stature in the party, not being able to participate in the process?
You know, I cannot comment now. I cannot comment now on this new process. Let us finish. There will be a post-mortem analysis. Is it better, or should we go back to the old game? Because when you're talking about monetarization, you know, with 5,000 people coming to vote, and it is the poverty in the land. You know, they will think, oh, when I become a delegate, there will be something I have to take home. So it's new in the game. You don't have to empty your bank account to do that. But as we grow on with democratic dispensation, all this monetarization thing will start diminishing. We need a nation where everybody will have the opportunity to have a good education, for the country to revamp the economy, and so you don't waste time looking for drop-ins from the people before you can say, this is the man I'm going to vote for. Because eventually, they will realize that the man who paid you to vote for him wouldn't give a damn what happens to your family. But that will come with time.
Let me ask you what the calculations are for the Southwest. I do not know, because you just referred to regions. In the calculation. You say that it could be responsible for the stepping down of the governor of Sokoto State from the race, the fact that he's from the northwest of the country, and maybe he just wants to give those from the northeast a chance. What do you think will be influencing the calculations of delegates from the Southwest?
You know, quite honestly, the Southwest, from our party, had been president for 8 years. The Southwest, from another party, would have been 8 years as vice president. Nigeria, we should spread it around. You know, I have a saying which I call turn by turn Nigeria Limited. We will get over that over years. We're just 20-something odd years in democratic practice. Even America, which is over 200 years, cannot.
Chief George, who are you supporting tonight?
Me? All candidates are mine. Because I had seen them at close quarters. They have made very brilliant presentation. And anyone, I pray that the Almighty God will direct the minds of these delegates to vote their conscience. And let the will of the Almighty and the will of the people prevail.
Thank you so much, Chief Bode George, a national leader of the People's Democratic Party, member of the Board of Trustees, and the man everyone runs to as far as the PDP is concerned in Lagos. Thank you so much indeed for coming.
Always my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
And I am also a permanent member of the Board of Trustees.
Of the Board of Trustees. I've known you for a live member.
Wish you guys the very best. It's a long evening, but very soon we will also finish. And whoever will be our flag bearer will come. Once we'll be ready for the APC.
Thank you so much, Chief Judge.
Pleasure.